also looking upwards. Very funny. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with Explosive Vanguard. We drag this over so everyone can see. Alright. Well, as an elf, I'm afraid you'll be unable to walk the path of the Explosive Vanguard. However, I need to mute the stream in my ear. There we go. However, you're more than welcome to help another walk this path, providing assistance. Sorry. Providing assistance as you experience its vicariosity? Whoa. Fancy words, okay. As a matter of fact, I've recently identified an individual who I believe will be an excellent match for this Arcana. Would you like to take on the Explosive Vanguard Arcana Talent Quest? Yes. Hello, Critical Fire! Welcome to the stream. Alright. Very well, I shall assist you in experiencing the Explosive Vanguard Arcana talent. There's another one! Typo. You just got me crit. Alright, hi crit. Wow, an endeavor in which I have no doubt you'll find great success. I find it so funny that a lot of these typo flubs, it kind of works with my name. I've said this before. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, quest started, and now I get to talk to him. Okay, I have to get back through. Wait, no, shoot. Ah! Did it actually start the quest? It did. Fudge it. Okay, the ink used is available from any general shop, but something caught my eye about it. Here, compare it with this sheet, which I've written on it. Okay, I was thinking I had to click the menu again, and it went no. Here, compare it with a sheet, which I've written on it. I bought my ink several months ago. See this slight blue tone? Apparently it's a characteristic of an improvement in the color production, which was just rolled out with the latest batch. So we can tell if the ink was purchased quite recently, maybe even immediately before writing the letter. And the handwriting strikes me as even stranger. Here, see? The writer's clearly well educated with a neat hand. The words are carefully chosen and formal. If I were to read out loud, you'd think a noble had written it. But if you look closely on several of the most obscure words, there's a slight smudging, as if the writer hesitated, and in this case the word scratcha and rewritten. So perhaps we have a case of a wealthy sender who had a servant or hireling write the message for them to disguise their handwriting. But any one of these clues could be intentional to mislead us. Then I tried tracking its journey through the postal service, but the sender commissioned a series of private messengers to disguise the origin. Another dead end. At this juncture, I don't believe more research into the letter writer will bear fruit. All that's left is looking into the candidate himself. How unfortunately, that's the very path the writer wants to take us. Nitpicking analysis skills. People skills 0. Yep. I hope my hesitation is ungrounded, but, well, I can only urge caution. The senders going to such lengths to conceal their identity is concerning, to say the least. If the report is true, it's good news for the associations, no matter who the sender is, and perhaps we will understand their motives better once we meet the candidate. So, that's why I called you as I hiccup. I know you can be relied upon. No matter the circumstance, could you help me find this lance wielder? Yes. Thank you, I appreciate your help. As always, based on the report, this person is seen most frequently in Belfast. He seems to be a regular at the pub, so I recommend making that your first stop. Lowry summarizes the report to you. Apparently, the candidate is a giant in his 50s or 60s. Oh my gosh, yes, an actual old man with notable pure white hair. Look around Belfast for someone of that appearance. Okay, can I please address the chat real quick? Aura in accurate mappy terms, nitpicking Dan 5, people skills ring B. Whimpers at the idea of there being 2 more Dan levels. Right? Alrighty. Hello, friends. My friends are here to lurk.
Hello.
And Fee and my friend Q are just observing, and they're in chat. Hi, guys. To Belfast we go. Professional looker in Japan. Oh, hi, Badger. Ooh, we gotta talk straight with the sailors. Hey, you want a drink? Pull up a chair. I've been to every port from Sela to Cien, and you won't find a better ale than berries. Ask about the man in the report. A giant with white hair? Sorry, buddy, that doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, I spent lots of time here, but not time that I can remember the next day, if you catch my drift. Oh, hey, this is what the guys just had in our campaign group.
Bruh.
Can I see the funny hat man? You want my advice? Don't bother with me or the rest of these drunken louts. If you're looking for information, talk to Barry. He remembers everything. Just don't tell Barry I sent you. You hear? Before you go, though, sure I can't interest you in a drink? At your refusal, the sailor goes back to his carousing with intent. It doesn't seem like you'll get anything useful. Here, go ask the pub owner Barry about the man in the report.
I believe it said carousing.
Carousing, okay. Can I just say, I love that they just sent us to those guys first instead of going straight to Barry. It's like, obviously we should talk to the guy who runs the pub. But nope, we're going to talk to the random sailors that are like, we're wasted, we can't help you. Barry. Welcome to Barry's pub. Not here for a drink, are you? Well, let's hear your question then. Barry's sharp eyes cut right to the heart of the matter before you can explain anything. It seems there's no point in any small talk. You might as well just ask. Ask about the man in the report. Well, we're right about the port, my friend. We see all sorts come through here. Plenty of giants in their number. But, based on your report, there's only one man who comes to mind. He tends to stand out in the crowd, and for all I may joke, I don't mean his height. He never has a hair out of place, not on his head or his beard, and he only seems to come by when we've gotten the real top shelf liquor in. Don't ask me how he knows. But he always takes his drinks to go. I doubt you'll get any recognition out of the regulars. Don't know that I've seen seen him say a word to any of them. Do you know anything else? Didn't you hear me? I don't know anything about him. Nothing at all. And if I did, I couldn't tell you. My business runs on trust, and no one trusts a bartender with loose lips. But you did come all this way. It would be unhospitable to let you leave empty-handed. Well, here's what I think. I think perhaps after you leave here, you might pay a visit to my wonderful daughter. Her name is Vanellan, and she works at the general shop. It's in the bazaar, right across the street from here. Now, someone like me, I'm in the pub late at night. I don't see anything worth seeing, but my daughter now, she's always out and about. It's important for young folks to stay active. So maybe you go see my daughter, and you ask her if she had a giant customer with a fondness for Belfast whiskey. Maybe that'll ring some bells for her. You come back soon, won't you? Next time, maybe you could even buy something. Barry smiles at you wide, but without warmth. It doesn't seem like he's going to say anything more. Go talk to Barry's daughter, Vanellan, at the bazaar. I do like that they point this out to folks again. Oh, that's right. Alright. Vanellan. I'm still surprised like these NPCs don't even have portraits. I kind of wish they did. Hey there, what's up? Out for some shopping? I sell basically everything you could ever need, you know? Ask about the man in the report. You want to know about a giant who likes Belfast whiskey? Well, I can think of a couple of folks who fit that description, but I think I know who you mean. I've seen him a few times when I was cooking for the pub, but Dad sent you. Dad sent you to me, Dad sent you to me, right? Of course he did. Typical. He has a rule that he won't share information about customers at the pub, so if he thinks someone actually needs to know, he'll send them to me. That's why technically he didn't say anything. Like that makes a difference. Anyway, what did you need to know? Where can I find him? Oh, welcome to the chat. Things been fun. We're enjoying the new Arcana storylines. Oh, you want to know where he is now? Well, it's not like I keep track of him. I'm not sure what part of town he lives in. Oh, but there is a place I see him pretty frequently. I've seen him there sometimes, just staring at the sea. I don't know if he's there now or anything, or if he's got a schedule. I haven't picked up on it. Hey, if you find him, then you're welcome. Come back again sometime and actually buy something. My cooking is known throughout Belfast. You're missing out. Wait. Vanilla doesn't seem to have anything else. You might as well check the spot she mentioned. Did she actually say the spot, or did I actually click twice? I'm assuming I clicked twice, and I missed a chunk of her basically stating where he hangs out at. I just didn't catch it. My bad, guys. Explosive Vanguard, Between the Dog and the Wolf is the name of this quest. Oh, right, this area where people were saying the area was glitched out. Hi, Soul. This is like when Bruinick or Cuckoo stream snipes me. Alright. Yeah, that's definitely a giant. Matthias. Feet in the ground, yes. I wasn't expecting this music change. Okay then. Alright. This must be the man you're looking for. With his coif of neat white hair and well-groomed beard. Okay, can we... Now, they're making so much emphasis on this. I really hope the next time they do that whole April Fool's Day mustache thing, they include him on it. Anyway, moving on. Also, artwork. Just as Van Allen told you he might be, he's looking out to sea. He strikes a melancholy figure. You walk up to him close enough that he can't fail to notice you, but he doesn't so much glance your way. You'll have to try to start a conversation. I see you, Badger. Well, I need to get like the NPC thing going. Where's my... Oh, do I not have that anymore? Uh-oh. Okay, 1 second. Where is it? I'm trying to get the NPC portraits in. Whoop! What'd I do? That's not locked in place. That should not be locked. There we go. There you go. That works. So folks can at least see what they look like. Wait. No, I can't. You can move the artwork around my... Okay. Mysterious man. So which is it then? Huh? Assassin or debt collector? Neither? Oh, or maybe you're here to avenge a family member. Well, I'm sorry if I killed your parents. I can assure you it was nothing personal. That is definitely not it. Really strange. It's usually one of those three. Wait, what? Okay. Well, I'm not looking for company. Please leave me be. That seems to be all you're going to get out of him. Unfortunately, you'll have to tell Lowry that your investigation has hit a dead end. Okay, well, I was not expecting that whatsoever. Oh my gosh, Bad.
What?
Oh yeah. Wait. I needed to turn off the portrait real quick. Absolute gremlin you are. Absolute gremlin. Alright, back to Lowry then. I'm in the wrong talent right now, but I don't care. Okay.
Ben's just hanging out here with the boobies.
There you are. Wow, I've been waiting for you. You catch Lowry giving you a subtle once-over, as if he's looking for injuries. Was he really that worried about you? You seem unhurt. Good. You didn't run into any trouble, did you? After you left, I was concerned that I may have been sending you into a trap. Deliver your report. Well, that's not exactly what I expected to hear. He won't talk at all? That makes confirming the report much harder. Perhaps he's just a cautious sort. I can understand being hesitant to tell a total stranger about your abilities. I suppose I'd better pay him a visit myself. Oh, he's actually going to leave the castle for once. I think he has done that before, but this is so funny. Not that I think you weren't convincing. As head of the association, I may be able to bring an air of officiality that could carry some weight. And I'd like to see for myself whether or not he's dangerous. I'm sorry to ask when you've only just returned, but would you accompany me to Belfast? We know he's wary of strangers. Since you've met him already, seeing you with him may make him feel a bit more at ease. Sure, let's go with him. Thank you. Well, I'm a bit relieved that you'll be with me there. If it came to it, I don't know what I would do if the situation got violent. Ready to go? Let's go. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I just realized I have to do an RP quest as this guy, don't I? I don't wanna. Larry, truly a marvelous sight. I didn't know Belfast held such beautiful views. Ah, how rude of me. I was so swept away that I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Lowry. I manage the Arcana Association. Hello, Professor Zeppelin. And Valleyval. Hello. Might I ask your name? Mysterious man. Dots, dots, dots. I understand your wariness. Anyone will be concerned if approached by a stranger who is unusually insistent on a conversation. I'm not unaware of how that comes across. How's this then? I'll introduce myself and my association in detail. You need not tell me anything about yourself until you know more. What do you think? A lot of busybodies out today, huh? I don't appreciate being interrupted. Oh! Turn off NPCs. Ah, and here are the assassins right on cue. Let's see if you're up to snuff. Shut up! Ah, fudge. I don't know these things. Need mana shells? Okay, I don't know how any of that works. So y'all get to see me fail at being a giant. I'm just gonna smack people. Oh, there we go. You monster! You won't be so lucky next time. Wait, hold up, 1 second. So we just watched a bunch of assassins show up, attack this guy, and we did nothing? We're the Militian! The Militian hero, that should have been just like, oh, let me bap them once with a rock. Single rock through the forehead and they're done. Well, that was dull. Good gracious, there's no doubt that what we just saw was an Arcana talent. It's as I thought. there was something in the report after all. Now that's confirmed, I'll use any tool available to me to get him to take interest in the Arcana Association. Oh no. Oh, whoa! Alright. Alright. Hey, folks, check that out. There. He's broken. We're even standing above. Once again. I'm gonna reload the area. Ta-da! Everything is fixed! It's a fight so intense it broke the game, right? Alright. Back to the story. Dot dot dot. The man has gone back to staring at sea, motionless, as if he was never interrupted. He's ignoring you with determination. Can we talk a bit more? We still haven't gotten to introduce ourselves. This is from Lowry. As I mentioned, I'm the head of the Arcana Association, a venture backed by the Queen of Aliak. My associate as well, a member of the association who's been instrumental in its development. Have you heard of the Arcana Association? It was formed by Her Majesty as a way to find and support citizens with extraordinary abilities. The focus of our research is on what we call Arcana talents. Methods of stably combining two or more talents for simultaneous use. One of our most important tasks is seeking out those who have a natural affinity for a particular arcana. Dots, dots, dots. Lowry pauses, seeking some reaction, but the man maintains his stony silence. Well, I'm sure by now you must understand why we're here. We don't generally chase down this sort of anonymous report, but it seems in this case we were right to come to Belfast. Dots, dots, dots. The man at last levels his sharp gaze on Lowry. Lowry stands a bit straighter and talks a bit faster, as if trying to keep from losing this man's attention again. Based on the description of the suspect Arcana talent in question, the detailed descriptions it included of you, we decided it was likely something more than a simple prank. Who told you about me? Ah, well, if you're interested in a conversation after all, might I have your name? Dots, dots, dots. You can call me Matthias. Did you look into this anonymous report? Ah, so that's what you want to know. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but given that the information was entrusted to me under the condition of anonymity, I can't reveal any details to someone who isn't a member of the Arcana Association. So what is it you want from me? Ah, it's simple. Just become a member of the Arcana Association and help us research your abilities. Excuse me? That can't be all. Well, of course. Membership in the association comes with some responsibilities. For one, you'll need to visit the association regularly to assist with our research. As an organization serving the kingdom, we may request your help in circumstances where the safety of the land and its people are at stake. So it's not so simple after all, as I thought. Ah, but being a part of the association, supported by the Crown itself, gives you access to more resources than you might imagine, and those privileges naturally come hand in hand with responsibility. Dots, dots, dots. Very well, I'll join on 2 conditions. 1. You won't convince me to move to the royal capital. It's far too rich for my blood. I'll visit the association on specific dates, which we agree upon. If you need me other times, you can come find me here in Belfast. 2nd, I want you to find the person who's been spreading around information about me. Name, location, the usual. It doesn't seem to me like you know much about this mystery source. But like you say, you have access to resources of the Crown of Aliak. Surely finding a single person won't be an issue. Those are my conditions. If you agree to them, then I'll join your little group. That seems entirely reasonable, alright! Just one last thing, and we can move on to paperwork. Can you tell me how you discovered your special lance techniques? Ha! I knew you'd keep piling on more. How do you expect anyone to join if you act like this? Yeah, he needs to work on his people skills. It's the last thing we need. I just think of it as part of it. Think of it as part of your duties towards furthering our research. As I explained, a major point of the study for us is understanding how Arcana manifests. So knowing the circumstances for each specific case is essential. How much detail do you need? As I'm not familiar with the ins and outs of combat, the more detail you can give, the more likely I'll understand what you tell me. Huh. Well, it's not like it's a secret, but let me make this clear. Before I retired, I was a mercenary. Like most of my fellows, I'd do pretty much any job, as long as I got paid. The corpse I was in doesn't exist any longer, and good riddance, I'd say. I have no interest in answering questions or in rehashing missions we ran. All I'll say is that it wasn't pretty. So mind your own business, and this will go better for all of us. Very well. We'll add one more condition then. The Arcana Association will not inquire into the events that occurred before you joined, with the sole exception of when the power first manifested. However, this condition will also be considered null if we find that you were involved in high treason, plotting against the kingdom or the queen, or crimes of that nature. Trust me, no one in my corpse had anywhere near that much ambition. To be fair, I'm glad Larry specified that, and this guy's like, yeah, I get it. Like, completely reasonable situation there. Take this. It's a mana bullet I use when I first learned to do what I do. Oh, I have to do another RP mission. I'm sure you'll get more from seeing the memory directly than you will from listening to me talk. This would do nicely. Thank you. Well, please take the mana bullet. Let's see the memory together. Whenever you're ready. You got Matthias' mana bullet. When you're ready, use it to see the memory of Matthias manifesting his power. Ooh, it's also actually a pretty nice design, too. He's the paperwork guy, not the people guy. I need to get like a toggle to turn the portraits on and off with the key instead of switching screens. Mana bullet. Just scrolling this over to read it. A mana bullet that has gone through some kind of strange modification. It also, for some reason, looks a bit squished. It contains typo. It contains Matthias's memory of the time he first manifested his ability. Right now, the typo on there is contains the Matthias memory. I love our localization team. When something does slip through, it's always the most hilarious mistake. It's usually spaces that are missed with the translations, but the spaces are easy. It's not even a localization team error. That's just the copy pasting error. All right, let's use this, and let's watch me struggle again with this. Matthias the mercenary. Sigh, what an awful place. Better get a hefty bonus when this is done. Well, sooner I get moving, the sooner it'll be done. He had black hair back in the day. I think. It's dark, it's hard to see, but I have to do this. This is for research purposes. Oh my gosh. I am. Okay. Stitched mask, suit of alchemist in training, gladiator gauntlets, Frankenstein boots. Okay, can I just point out, I'm amazed to see Frankenstein boots used here. Okay. Poison bottle, dagger, infernal blade fragment, ring type 3, and Vale's whiskey. And yeah, everything is rank 6 here. Only combat skills. Oh, does final strike? Oh gosh. None of this is hotkey, so I'm assuming this is not a combat mission. But defense, smash, counterattack, rage, impact, bash, final strike, stampede, windmill, combat. It doesn't have any gunner skills yet. Also, it's off screen, but he has only 120 out of 600 HP, so he is battered up. Oh, yeah, I can shoot you guys this way. Ah. Pardon? What is this barehanded damage? Hello, Cuckoo. The Matthias. Gotta respect the name. Yeah. Yeah, giant privileges. Not fair whatsoever. Alright. Go to the location. Oh, I'm stuck walking. Okay. Oh. Who's there? Damn it. All the researchers were supposed to be gone by now. Oh, now we equip the dagger. Well, buddy, you picked a bad day for overtime. I can't have him interfering. I'll have to get rid of him. You were noticed. The Chrome Boss music kicking in just made me freeze. This specimen looks somewhat useful. Battle capabilities aren't bad. I could work with this suspicious giant. Wait, you can't? No! Can you hear it now? I think you guys could hear it. There you go. And those eyes. I can see a yearning for new power, a willingness to do whatever necessary to wipe out the enemy. That I like. You, let me make you an offer. I'm researching the unique property of mana bullets, and I discovered something interesting, but I'm lacking a test subject. I can give you the opportunity to play a pivotal role in a grand experiment, and perhaps gain a new power. How about it? Why bother asking? You have me at your mercy already. Well, I'm faced with a dilemma, you see. My next test requires... He's off screen. Wait. Did he disappeared? I didn't see him disappear. My next test requires a living, conscious participant. And I'm not the sort who likes fighting for fighting's sake. I'd much rather find someone willing. And if I refuse, what then? You'll kill me? Some choice that is. Ah. So are you going to turn your back on opportunity? What a shame. I never said I wouldn't do it, but I don't like your pretty words. A new power, huh? ... Like I said, you haven't really given me a choice. What do you want? Okay, the guy's still over there. The Sister Man handed over a mana bullet. Ha! Refreshingly candid. I like you. Here, take this mana bullet. I've made some special modifications to it. Your part in the experiment is quite simple. Just hold it between your hands and squeeze as hard as you can. Picture the bullet shadowing between them. You must intend to destroy it. He's not invisible. Okay, I have a widescreen, guys. The guy was like all the way off on the far left, just out of the stream view. Yeah, I have a widescreen, so that's why like Mathis's head is kind of cut off too. Here, let's see if I can do this. This is gonna mess up my stream if I do this, but give you guys kind of an idea of yeah, it's going to just mess up things, so I'm going to put it back. Alright. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Huh. Ah, one more thing. Do be careful. That mana bullet explodes once a certain amount of pressure is put on it. There is no way to avoid the explosion, so instead focus on embracing it. Envision yourself bringing it into your body through your palms, letting it course through your veins. Let's see if we can do this real fast. Screen's going to scrunch here. And I need to move it over. So yeah, the guy's over there, see? I'll just keep playing with this at this weird size. Alright. Letting it course through your veins. What? Ah! Aha! Exhilarating! The explosion of potent magic under physical pressure is just as terrifying as always. This guy is a freaking creep! So let's see. Oh, you're still alive. Incredible. I've never seen my theory play out in practice before. This opens up several new avenues of research. Oh. Did they have to make sure they applied like maximum hair physics movement for this? Just to point and unification of math is yep. Okay. Serious subject going on right now. We need to be focused. I need to not laugh. How do you feel? Any different? That power is a part of you now. You may find you can use it in new ways. You may even be able to produce magic explosions from weapons other than dual guns. Ugh. Fair, fair. You've given me much to ponder, so in trade, I'll let you live. I'll even throw in the remains of this mana bullet. Maybe you'll find it useful, and use your new powers as well. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Oh. Well, I doubt you'll care much for the name of your captor, but just in case you come to look back on me fondly, I'm Tegwin. As someone who actually knows lore of this game, this is a oh shit. You've proven quite interesting. I truly hope you managed to survive. A success! How unexpected! Now, where do I go from here? This opens up many avenues. It's difficult to choose. Ah. Where did I put my notes? The voice fades into the dregs of the night. Everything is off my screens now. Me coming on to this little line to screen and just yeah, I remember you mentioned that name popped up. I didn't expect that was how, so I was surprised by it. Somebody posted a thing in here. Yeah, for reference, him during G25. Yep. So that guy should have G25. So he's actually part of the Black Moon Order. But that also gives us a bit of a timestamp for when the Arcana, or at least a bit more of a timestamp for when the Arcana start showing up. It sounds like right now Matthias's was kind of triggered before the time loop was broken. The rest popped up kind of afterwards. At least that was how my theory was going. But let's continue on. Let me... Nope, this is the second time we met Tegwin. The first time was during G25 with a flashback with Piran down in Huan Mines. Tegwin. Yeah. Yeah, technically, during that, he wasn't really that much of a bad guy in that. He was kind of trying to help out Piran. But at the same time, he obviously is part of the Order. He's not a good person. Are you done? Will that do for an explanation? Ah, yes, that's quite illuminating. Thank you. Did you ever happen to meet this Tegwin fellow again? Of course, he'd interest someone like you, but you're not that naive. You must have seen it as plain as I did. He was the sort who'd stop at nothing for the sake of power. Hanging around that type of person is a good way to find yourself in an early grave. So you've never met him again? No, and I don't want to. For all I know, he might already be dead and ditched somewhere. That's the only thing that comes from greed like that. Why would I want to be there alongside him? Tell him he's already dead. The fact that we actually get to ask it. I see. I'll do us both a favor and skip asking how you know, since I'm sure the answer involves a story far grander than I can imagine. I can't say I'm surprised. He didn't seem like he was headed for a long, peaceful life. I doubt he died an easy death, but I won't pretend to be sorry. Well, anyway, I have all I need to officially accept you into the Arcana Association. Congratulations! Now, we have some paperwork to complete in the association room. Since I don't imagine you're familiar with the layout of Tara Castle, you can follow me. We have to go all the way there for a few pieces of paper. Can't you bring them to Belfast? I'm afraid I'm not permitted to bring castle paperwork of a sensitive nature off the premises. There are certain security concerns. It's a trip you'll be making frequently from now on, so you might as well start learning the way. I can already tell there's no use challenging you in a battle of words. Lead the way. I appreciate your cooperation. I assure you, my intent is for the paperwork to go as quickly as possible for both our sakes. Ready to go? Matthias trails behind Lowry reluctantly. And you've given the manable back to its owner. Oh, and we warp back here. Bye, guys! I just got yeeted over to the... Matthias, I won't be able to help you with your paperwork if you're that far away. Eh? This place is too crowded as it is. I don't like people hovering over my shoulder. Well, if that's what you prefer, I guess it's okay. Here's your registration document. I've filled in all your conditions, but you may want to read it over anyway to avoid surprises. I never doubted you knew your paperwork. I just want to make sure we're clear on the terms. Very good. Let's review them. You had 3 main points, correct? First is that you are required to visit the associate room only on designated days. Second, we won't investigate anything that occurred before you join. Third, that we'll work out to find who sent the report about you. Do you think we'll need your active help on that last point, though? Right, of course. I'm not trying to test you. I'll do whatever I can to help. Good. Those are your terms. Here are the associations. First, you'll actively contribute to our research into Arcana. For this, you'll need to be present in person on the day specified. Second, if the Arcana receives requests from the regime or a mission that's necessary for the good of the association, you must, after consulting with the association head, support the mission to the best of your ability. Do those terms still suit you? Yeah, that's all fine. We never said what the designated days are. When should I be here? I believe 4 days a week will be required, so let's say Lugnasta to Embolic. Will that suit you? You're really going to take more than half a week? Well, if it's the rule, that's the rule. I hope you won't find it too onerous. And of course, you're welcome to leave for meals, breaks, as you wish. Feel free to take walks or run errands whenever you like. You don't need to keep convincing me. I'll join just as long as you don't go back on your end of the deal. Of course. In that case, I look forward to working together. Matthias has joined the Arcana Association. Together, you can delve deeper into the Explosive Vanguard Arcana talent, of which he has proven a paragon. And that's the first quest. What? Oh, okay, I didn't expect to get that achievement. Where does he stand? He's not here today, is he? Darn it. Eli's over there. Okay. I won't see where he stands. You've seen nothing yet? Uh-oh. Also, I think we just went to ad break, so this is probably a good pause time. Alright, so Badger, you've already done this.
I've already done this quest.
Ah. So now you get to join me for the next quest. I'm fixing my screen.
No, I can't because I haven't unlocked any of the link levels yet.
Oh.
You get to do them because you're an elf.
Alright, let me fix my screen so everybody can see. You're good, you're good.
Oh wow, he isn't here.
Because it's the day of the week. Ah!
Okay, I like that they
Ah!
actually do that, but normally he'd be like over here,
Where?
if you see where I am.
Where are you? Oh! In the far corner. He's worse than Loshna. Except Loshna's closer to the door to flee.
Oh man, if only he was here, then you could pester him with keywords.
He will be in Belfast.
Oh wait, okay, yeah, he is in Belfast right now. That's how I knew how to position myself precisely between his legs.
One moment, I'm gonna grab a drink as well as...
I love how I was censored by the car in the background.
I'm gonna close the window, one moment. Where am I? My gosh, that was so loud. Ah. Arcana talents. I also, for those who don't know, we're going to get a new UI for all of this, and the UI for, if I can- the new UI for the Arcana stuff actually looks really good, and it is a lot less, well, less confusing. So, Explosive Vanguard. Do you wish to proceed with the Link 1 quest? Yes. I'd be happy to tell you more about... Okay. Matthias will be waiting for you. I gotta talk to him again. Okay, people. I'm American. Shush. We get it. You absolute goobers. Ah, welcome, WoW. I was just organizing some documents and came across a matter I'd been neglecting. Do you remember the terms Matthias had when he first joined the association? One of them was that we find the person who first alerted us to his power. Unfortunately, I still have no clues beyond the initial letter we received, and all my efforts there bore no fruit. I think we'll need to see if we can get more information from Matthias before we can really make progress. He didn't explain exactly why he's so eager to find this person, but I suspect it may have something to do with his past. He's quite private, though. Mushrooms! Mushrooms! All the mushrooms. Oh my gosh. I think he may be more comfortable sharing that information with you than me. Would you ask him? We don't know what our mysterious letter writer's intentions are, but now that Matthias has settled in the association, it's probably the best time for them to act. So please be careful. Matthias may be attacked, like last time. Mushroom thing's gonna be going on for a while. I know you're perfectly able to take care of yourself well, but I still hate the thought of sending an association member into danger. Matthias should be in Belfast now. Thank you, I'm counting on you. It sounds like Matthias is in Belfast. If you check his usual haunts, you'll probably find him. Oh my god. Screw whoever had that pet summoned. Sorry. I despise the sound of that pet. It's so annoying. It's not even meow, it just screams. That was the Finny one. Alright. Matthias, hello. Ah, good to see you. How's the investigation going? Have you found anything yet? You explained to Matthias all the steps the sender used to hide their identity. ... Ha! Of course they would be a care for one. What a pain. Do any suspects come to mind? Well, I knew some schemers back in the day, but all the ones who would be capable of this are already dead, so no, I can't say anyone's jumping out. Whoever it is knows a lot about me, my power, where I spend my time. Wait, that's an angle. How do they know what I can do? Either they've seen me in a fight, or someone who has. I don't bother to use it in boring fights, so there's a good chance they're a mercenary. Maybe it's someone I fought, or a comrade of someone I fought. Mercenaries stick together. Does anything in the report still stand out? My big question is that they're looking to gain My big question is what they're looking to gain from writing that letter in the first place. They clearly weren't looking for a reward from the association. If they were going so far to make themselves unfindable, would it be the heights of foolishness? My next thought is they wanted to test a theory to make sure I'm who they think. Something like that. Would be really useful to know who they are right now. That at least give me some clue of what they want from me. But it won't do much good to focus on what we don't know. So, for now, let's say they want to find out who I am. Find out if I'm who they think I am. Words. Hi. Hello, Lauren. Still, I don't know what that gets our mystery person, but it does seem to support the idea that it's a mercenary, someone I worked with or against. But I washed my hands of that world a while ago. These days, I wouldn't know where to start looking. So, can you do me a favor? Look into it for me. Find out if there's any rumors going around the mercenary camps. With the resources of the great Arcana Association and the full backing of the Crown, of course, it shouldn't be too difficult, should it? From his arch words, it seems Matthias isn't expecting too much from you. Talk to Lowry, see if he has any ideas to begin with. I love that he just constantly, he's kind of poking fun at Lowry this entire time. Okay. Lowry, back to you. Welcome back, WoW. Have you talked to Matthias? You tell Lowry about what you've heard from Matthias. So he thinks it's a mercenary. That sounds likely enough. It's not solid evidence, but we will never get anywhere if we don't narrow down our search. Of course, with the number of mercenaries out there, we're still casting an unfortunately wide net. Give me a minute. Larry scratches a few notes down on a scrap of paper as he organizes his thoughts. I just remembered something about the assassins. The ones that attacked Matthias, I mean. They seem quite well outfitted, expensive outfits, new armor, so whoever hired them must have paid them quite a bit. Of course, we've got no idea if the sender of the letter and the assassins had anything to do with one another. But, at the very least, both of them have a vested interest in Matthias. So that suggests a connection. I can point you towards a couple of mercenary corps that are doing quite well for themselves in Ulad right now. They're skilled, famous, and relatively wealthy. They may know something. Here, the location of the current camps. Would you mind going there and asking around about Matthias? Lowry copies down some information about the mercenary corps for you. Go visit them and ask questions. Oh, that's not the request. This is the request. Hey Badger, do you recognize these guys?
Hang on. The stream's kind of derpy on my end. Oh, I see.
No, not a, no, dismiss. Snooze. It is the G26 mercenaries. I am glad that they are reusing characters like that, and not just, here's a new one, here's a new one, here's a new one. Reusing these guys. These guys probably have nothing to do with this, just it's like, hey, go talk to this group. Oh no, not them. Okay, let me talk to this guy first. 1, 2, 3, I thought I had more gold. Where did this all go? Does anybody sell quality shields nearby? I think I need a new one. Okay. And what do you say? I'm so tired I could use a day off. Tired I could use a day off. That's the only thing he says. How many arrows do I have left? I need a lot for upcoming jobs. Okay. I actually think that's one of them, yeah. Alright. Torquil. What? Ask about hiring assassins. What are you asking me? You're a Militian, aren't you? There's no way you need our help, so what are you insinuating? We don't take jobs like that. We've had plenty of honest work. I don't put my mercenaries in danger taking shady contracts. Whatever you think you know, you're wrong. Go somewhere else. ... Torquil's looking at you with narrow eyes. He must think you suspect them of something. You're not quite sure how to clear the air. Maybe Matthias, who was a mercenary for years, would have a better idea. Wait, are you just sending us back to... You know what would be probably a really good idea? Hey, we actually are in a mercenary group. Why don't we go grab someone like Shefra or Ayn to drag over here to clear the air and answer?
I guess the problem is that this would have to be the way this is designed, it has to be separate from like generation progression, just in case someone hasn't
Nora's in
actually
here?
done. What?
Well. Thank you for the follow! Santoman. Loud noises! Alright, continuing. I wasn't expecting to see one of my guildmates sitting over here as well. What was that achievement for? Oh, my follower goal of 140. Yay! We did it! Thank you all. Yeah, that's true, Lauren. They can't really do that, but it'd be funny if we did. Oop, I misclicked. All right, Mathis, back already. Does that mean you found something? You told Matthias what happened when you visited the mercenaries. Ah, it seems our all-powerful Militian doesn't know how to handle the common sellsword. Well, the first thing you need to know is that mercenaries have learned not to expect help from anyone. If you live that life, you're on your own. That makes them suspicious at the best of times. Throw in someone famous like you and someone who they expect wouldn't ever look their way, coming around, asking all sorts of strange questions, well, it's no wonder they got defensive. There is still a way, though. Deep down, the life of the mercenary is simple. They only need one of two things. One is a lot of money. The other, good booze. Since you're not looking to hire, money might raise their hackles. So, booze is the best option. The best you can get them in this neighborhood is Belfast whiskey. And you're lucky. I heard that Barry got a particular good shipment. Go to the pub and pick up 2 bottles of Belfast whiskey and bring it back here. Then I'll show you how to go about it. Get 2 bottles of Belfast whiskey from Barry and bring them back. Oh my gosh. Badger, this is too funny considering the art campaign RPC thing that just happened.
Well,
Definitely didn't drag the youngster of the our campaign party to the bar for the first time. Where is it? That's Vale's whiskey. Where's Belfast whiskey? There it is. 2. Zoom. And I think we are in breaks now, so sorry guys. The first whiskey's for me. They're both used, okay. I feel like Matthews and I would be best friends because they both drink so much. You got the goods. You hand him 2 bottles of Belfast whiskey. Matthew takes them with a gleam in his eyes. Oh my... 100% Colonel Sanders. Kentucky Fried Whiskey. Thank you, B. Secret recipe of 11 spices, herbs, and spices. It's 12. Is it 12? Just a jolly man enjoying liquor. Oh, there goes ads. It's okay. Oh, you're back. Okay. We're just on my side. I see that ads are still playing for like another 2 minutes, so I'm just kind of pausing around. Maybe I'm blessed. Maybe you are. Gosh, what was it? I think it's like the KFC Twitter account. They follow, what was it? Something spices and herbs and certain numbers of it. And they follow like all the Spice Girls. And then several random dudes called Herb. What? Oh, thank you for the Prime! Thank you for the subscription and Prime, thanks. Oh, it is you! Who does not want to see ads? Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, welcome to the stream. Soon as I'll resume reading here in a second, because I just want to make sure folks can join in. You probably want to up your volume a bit to match Twitch. Wait, is my Twitch volume low? Or are just the alerts loud? Ah. Okay. To be fair, Twitch's like default audios are super loud, and everything that they custom is like more normal. So let me tweak the down real quick. But anyway, continue. Story. Let's go. All right, now that's the stuff. There's no whiskey like Belfast whiskey. I love this picture. You know anything about booze? The taste of whiskey can change totally based on where it was made and what's in the air there. So what we have here, made with Belfast barley and the Belfast distillery, is the essence of Belfast in a bottle. No one will be able to resist a bottle this good. So let's take this to the mercenaries who gave you a hard time. You and Matthias head back to the camp of Torquil's corpse. Oh, I'm being teleported. Torquil, don't you have anything better to do than harass hard-working mercenaries? We don't do assassinations. Leave us alone. See? Didn't I tell you a reputable corpse like this was the wrong place to look? And you are? Oh, I'm just an old retired soldier. I was a mercenary once long ago. My friend here told me they were going to visit a famous mercenary group, so I thought I'd tag along to see how it's done these days. Anyone who knows what they're talking about says that your corpse is the most trustworthy and skilled in the area. Wouldn't say that. As long as we're getting enough work to stay afloat, that's all I need. So, was there anything you wanted to know? Nothing particular. I was just curious. From the good condition of the camp, I can tell that you must be a resourceful captain. Well, we will be moving on shortly, but while we're still here, go ahead and look around. We're in between jobs, so you won't be in anyone's way. Thank you. I didn't want to come empty-handed, so I brought a drink. Can I share it with your corps? You know your whiskey. I'll call everyone. Give me a moment. You share dinner and drinks with the mercenary corps. You try to get information from the drunken mercenaries, but they don't really give you a straight answer. Yeah, he definitely knows what he's doing. I guess they're well known enough that they can be pretty selective about their members. No one seemed to be at each other's throats. You're not disappointed? Why? Oh, since we didn't learn anything new? Well, you said yourself that the sender of that message went through a lot of trouble to hide who they were. I never thought this would be quick or easy. And hey, I had a good drink on your dime. And a nice long chat with some fellow mercenaries. It was a bit like old times. So I can't say I got nothing out of it. There's no point in hurrying. If anything, it'd make us more likely to miss the trail. Plus, we have another mercenary corps to visit. They may know something, shall we? Matthias, spirits are high despite your lack of progress so far. You and Matthias set off to visit the other mercenary corps Lowry has mentioned. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I do like that they do kind of quickly teleport us there, so we're not having to hunt them down all the time. And it's kind of a good mixture of teleporting or just travel. Oh, it's a script now. Welcome, let me be your helpful guide. The script is so embarrassing, but Medezo said I had to. Okay. I don't feel so good. I just want to be able to fight again. Oh, I don't recognize you. Welcome. Are you going to hire us? I don't know what you're here for, but whatever it is, I'm sure we can do it. Just go visit Madizo. You won't regret it. She's very helpful. Okay. Dude. Welcome to our family. What can we help you with? All the sellswords in our company have outstanding skills, yes, but they are also kind and caring to a member. All your mercenaries seem to be friends. Oh, well spotted, sir. We're like a family here. It's one of our biggest strengths as a group. For the moment you sign the contract with us, we'll treat you like a member of our family. That way you know for sure you'll be looked after well. Oh ho, good sales pitch. I can tell you know your stuff. Corps that neglect their marketing never last long. I've heard your names all the way in Belfast. Now I know why. Seeing you reminds me of my old days as a mercenary. That was long ago, of course, but I still have a few stories to share if you're interested. I'm feeling nostalgic. And it just so happens I have a spare evening and a good bottle of whiskey. Could I share both with you and yours? Oh, you were a mercenary? I thought you looked like one of us. I love to learn from you. We'll treat you to a meal while we're at it. Join them. Thanks to Matthias, the mercenaries' conversations flow freely. You talk late into the night. Oh, and cutscene. I love that the guild name sticks out so much. dot, dot, dot. Everyone seems so chummy. My corpse was nothing like this. Compared to our camps back then, this feels like a sunny afternoon picnic. Ask him about his former comrades. Comrades? That's not the word I would use. Anyone of that lot would have gladly slit my throat if they thought it'd give them advantage. Most of them were orphans, like me, who never knew anything different. Maybe things would have been better if I had tried, if we tried to help each other, but we learned too early not to show weakness. Plus, everyone was busy worrying that everyone else was about to try and steal their share of the pay. ... Actually, there were a couple of good eggs, who somehow got mixed in our basket of rotten ones. Matthias turns away, gazing out to the street. Oh, sorry, that transition was really neat. Bore. Well, if he started talking about food, he'd never stop. But even so, he could make friends with just about everyone. Can you imagine that in Unreal, that sort of transition, having them appear in just kind of a little puff of green memory magic? Would be adorable. So he always heard what was what from the locals when we were in a new place, and he always told me what he knew if it would help us with a job, or sometimes he thought it was funny. I know he had a mother, but I think it was just the two of them. He joined up to help her afford food. He was a fool, though, too trusting, and that's how we end up in a lousy corpse like ours. Or? Everyone in the corpse had a code name. Just for missions, we used them all the time. The captain gave them out whenever a new recruit joined. He said you had to be born anew to join up. What rot. If you were raised by the group since you were a child, that meant you never had a real name. Just the nickname the captain made up for his own convenience. So Matthias is... It isn't the name my parents gave me. Whatever that was. And it's not the code name I used when I was a sellsword either. When I was young, I didn't know any other way. But the older I got, the more I hated it. If someone died or left, the captain would just hand that code name over to a new recruit. It felt like we were all just as replaceable as blades we carried. So the moment I left the mercenaries, I gave myself a proper name. There's no real meaning behind Matthias. I met someone once who was called that, and I thought it sounded good. But when I heard people call me that, I finally felt like a person. What was your code name? ... I'd rather not say. That's not me anymore, and I don't want to be tied to it. ... Oh. Ah, there's an... Oh my god!
Lamau.
Ah.
I guess I'm a guy now.
There's another fellow, Badger. He wasn't so bad either. There's more. Hold your horse. Oh no. I think he wanted to be a blacksmith, but never got an apprenticeship. But he was handy anyways. Not much of a fighter really, but he could figure out how to fix up any kind of gear, so he was pretty popular anyway. And he was always up for a chat while we worked, so we got close, eventually. Yeah, he told me he had a child too young and was trying to support them. This looks like a child! To be fair, everybody looks small to the giant. I'm sure the captain lured him in with talk of easy money. Looking back now, I want to say that he could have done more for his family if he chose a safer career, even if it didn't pay as much. But I'm sure he was doing the best he could with the hand he's been dealt. ... Ha! I can't seem to get away from the past today. Some things would be a lot easier if I just forgot. No such luck, though. If I forgot the mercenary corps, the entirety of my younger days would be gone. But I guess those memories aren't all bad. It's easy to look at my life and then remember all the things that make me angry. But thinking about my comrades, as you call them, they were a bunch of noisy idiots. Every single one of them had a screw loose. But back then, flying from place to place like a flock of honking geese, no matter how the scenery changed, they were always there.
Honk.
So I guess you weren't wrong to call them what you did. Okay, I can start to see why people were probably teary-eyed for all of this. Right? Character building stuff. They've already cleared camp. Look, it's about as close as you can get to looking like no one was here. Youth. I had my days drinking all night and working at sunrise too, I suppose. Though, it's hard to remember these days. One all-nighter now and I'll be paying for it for at least a week. Another dead end. Right, back to the point. No one here seems to know the least thing about me. I didn't even get an inkling that someone thought there was money to be had in selling my stories. And everyone was talking freely enough last night that either they're all masters of deception or they really do know nothing. I'm no one important. Who would go to those lengths over me? Do we need to keep looking? At this point, we may have another problem on our hands. Our mystery informant may have learned what we're looking for them. May have learned that we're looking for them. Plenty of mercenaries like to gossip, and we've just visited 2 large, fairly known ones in 2 days. Word will spread. Well, that's fine. It's just about time for us to change tactics anyway. There's no way to visit every corpse, especially with how they operate in secret. And, it's not a solid lead, sure, but the fact that rumors haven't reached the big corpse does tell us something. And I remembered something I'd forgotten along the way. This is a long campaign, not a single battle. So we need to be patient. You did well. I have a lot to think about, so I'll see you later. You should tell Larry what happened with the mercenary groups. Says perfunctorily goodbyes, looking preoccupied. Matthias right. Larry will want to know what happened so far. Arcana room. I'm glad we don't have a timer on going back to the Arcana room whenever we want. Larry. Larry. Welcome back. Have you had time to stop by the Mercenary Corps camps? You tell Larry that you visited the camps with Matthias. Ah, Matthias went with you. Now, that's a pleasant surprise. It seems he's more comfortable with you than I thought. It doesn't sound like your investigation bore fruit, but I'm very glad to hear that nonetheless. Based on what you've told me, I have to agree that with Matthias's conclusion. The sender likely already knows that Matthias has visited mercenaries looking for information, so given their apparent determination to remain unfound, we won't have any further success in the line of questioning. We'll need to think of another approach. We've been asking you to travel a lot, so thank you. Rest well. I'll take a look at what we've learned so far. Perhaps I can find something we've overlooked. I'll tell you if we manage to piece anything together. It seems they've headed dead end for now. Wait and see if Larry can find any further information. Quest 2 of 4 done! Gave us a we did good. Maybe they're spying on your campaign again. That would be kind of hilarious, Lauren, because literally that entire scene is kind of playing out as we speak. So. Quest 4. Maybe next time we'll get a pat. Oh, he's here. All right. Oh, there's a lot of parts to this. Manifest. All right. Oh, wow. Good timing. I wanted to talk to you. Matthias and I have been discussing some recent changes. What changes? After coming up empty with the mercenary corps you talked to, we concluded that it wouldn't be a useful method of investigation any longer. We decided to put our work on this problem on hold. We were awaiting some sort of response from our mystery person. After all, they have just learned that we were investigating them. It seemed reasonable to expect that they do something. We waited in vain. We received no letters, no one contacted us. We found no evidence that they made any moves at all. And what's stranger still, after that, my little problem with unwelcome guests has stopped. I mean, they weren't They weren't on any kind of schedule that I could suss out, but there were lots of attempts before that day. After that, not a one. I'm not going to complain, of course, but it is strange. That might be a coincidence, but I don't think so. I think it's quite probable that quite a few of the assassins who were after Matthias had something to do with the letter writer. Well, now that you pointed out, a lot more started to show up just a few months before you did. That was why I was so annoyed when Wal showed up. I'd even been thinking about leaving Belfast. So, I'd say we're spot on, thinking the assassins and the letter writer had something to do with each other. So, what were they trying to do? Could it be they possible they just wanted to know who you are? Hell if I know. Normally, I'd say it was obvious if they wanted to get rid of me. But this one, not a clue. First, they started sending swarms of assassin after me like gnats. Then they send a letter to you. Then they stop the assassins for no reason. Maybe they just got bored. Matthias, would you mind if I ask you, why would you want to find this person? ... I don't think the contract stipulates that I have to tell you, does it? You're right, you have no obligations. But if by chance your goal is to live in peace, I believe it might be better to let the matter rest. And why exactly do you think that? I can't do anything more than guess. I have a feeling that our mysterious letter writer also wants to live in peace, and perhaps felt that you were some sort of threat to that goal? If so, you could see the reasoning behind ceasing to send assassins once you were employed here, and therefore otherwise occupied. Of course, it's not clear to me exactly what kind of threat this person thought you posed. Did you suppose the letter writer might have been someone close to you? Perhaps a long-lost sibling, or... Ha! That's a good one. I don't have any family. Yeah, just say you were curious. You're like, hey, I'm just throwing out ideas here. I'm trying to figure out why this is happening. I was sold to a mercenary corpse for a handful of coins when I was still in diapers. And all that time, no one came to look for you. No parents, siblings, distant relatives. Hell, I never even had scammers try to say they were related. The way I see it, my so-called family, whoever they are, got what they wanted, coin. And maybe one less mouth to feed. They're not interested in the kid they sold. ... Anyway, point is, I'm not looking for my family. I just wanted to see if whoever it was had some connection to the mercenary corps I was in, since they seem to know me so well. So no, I can't just stop looking for them. Even if that means your unwelcome guests will be back? They've never been a threat to me, just an annoyance. I understand. In that case, I believe it's time for a bold move. We should seek out some noteworthy gossips, rumor mongers, the like, and let us slip that we're looking for someone who wrote the letter. We can't say anything explicit. We'll need to act as if we're still making some kind of cautious moves we've been making all along. But in fact, causing rumors to spread will be beneficial for us at this juncture. I see. You're using the letter writer's desire of secrecy against them. That's right. If they're looking for privacy, the rumors start spreading. They'll be forced to take action. Sure, I'm in. Since it turned out to not be a mercenary, I'm out of my depth. I don't know how other people think. All you need to do, Matthias, is act like you usually do. Keep a wary eye for anything strange. And well, I'd like you to ask you to seek out gossips for us. Oh dear. With your name, any rumor will spread twice as quickly. and it will make it look like the full force of the Arcana Association is behind the investigation. Except, thank you, I can't think of anyone better suited for this particular job. Here, I've drawn up a list of likely individuals and a few questions you might ask. They're only there to create the right rumors, so you can disregard the answers you're given. Just the fact that you're asking them is enough. You take the shelf of notes from Lowry's hands, and he gives you a solemn nod. Do we actually get an item? We don't. Darn it. Also getting to his own feet and rakes. Those do sound like cleaning Arcana related skills. Something cleaning the dust that you accumulate by sheer awkwardness. Alright, where do I need to go? Alright. Belfast we go. No, Belfast. Emain. Why did I say Belfast? I'm thinking of the wrong place with water next to it. Everything else has been Belfast related today, so pardon my dyslexia moment. The Karen Eater's Repast. aka the vultures. Hi there! I just happened to notice what nice hands you have. Still, they look even better with you holding a flower or three. Fortunately for you, I have blossoms of all types just waiting to brighten your day. That is a great sales pitch. Ask about nearby rumors. Ooh, you want to know the latest gossip, do you? And you came right to me instead of my sister. Smart move. I picked up good bits here and there, so what do you want to know? Someone looking for a mercenary. Mercenaries? Well, I'm afraid I haven't picked up any tidbits related to them lately. Honestly, I'm just not that interested. I heard something. If I heard something, it probably went in one ear and out the other. If you wanted to know which flowers are in big demand right now, I'd have you covered. If you wanted to know which couple had the biggest blowout within earshot of the town square, I'd also have you covered. Those are the sort of things people can count me to know. Anything else? How do you send a secret letter? Aha! That must be what you really want to know all along. If you wanted to tell someone how you feel about them, I think being upfront is important. Why spend the time dreaming up complicated schemes when being bold and forthright will sweep them right off their feet? This girl's not helping us. In fact, the only thing better than placing a letter in a confession, in the waiting hands would be to nestle a big, beautiful bouquet of flowers. Oh, that's worse, oh no. So, on that note, my interest in a lovely banquet of blue roses. Not many could say no to such a classy display of affection. Dylan looks towards you, her eyes beaming with curiosity. You've asked all the questions you wanted, so now you can confidently head to the next location. I'm good. Huh? Wait. Him? He's a gossip? He's a gossip? Wait. That's not a good thing, does it? Because his brother was oh dear. Sir, I'm concerned. Why are you a gossip? Thank God for me. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Because of how all the elves are designed, I didn't expect us to be sent to Philia at all, because they're kind of still close-knit, close community sort of deal. Being sent to, like, Vales makes more sense than to Philia. Now, Portconus, on the other hand, if we were sent to Portconus and they actually gave us, like, had us talk to, like, any of the NPCs there, it makes more sense. But all the NPCs here are, like, very stickler, in my opinion. But I guess that might be a small change. Things develop, things change. It just is surprising me that we get to see this guy. Ah, you're here. You're here to see me, yes? What do you want? Ask about nearby rumors. Rumors. I stand corrected. Do I seem like someone who trade in idle gossip? I certainly don't recall ever acting in a way that would give anyone that impression. What did I just say? Though, in fairness, I've been working here at the general shop for many years now. I do occasionally hear things of interest. So, what is it you're hoping to find out? Someone's looking for a giant. Oh no. You're wondering if I heard about someone looking for a giant here in Philia. If you ever find out who that is, be sure to bring them by so I can marvel at someone who's truly taken leave of their senses. In fact, there's probably no easier way to be branded a lunatic in this town than going around asking such things. Ah, you do have a strange sense of humor sometimes. So, is that all you came here to ask about? A mercenary with expensive gear. You can't gauge someone's skill in combat simply by how expensive their equipment may look. I'm not sure exactly what you're looking for, but I advise you not to be too focused on a thing's outward appearance. Although, I could hardly blame anyone were they swoon by my chiseled good looks. Excuse you, sir. Okay, moving forward. You've asked Grant everything you wanted, just as well as he seems he may have lost interest in conversing with you any further at present. Rumors regarding your inquiries will surely start to circulate around Philia, so make your way to the next location. Mont! We speak to Mont. I'm so happy we get to talk to Mont again. This conversation was shameful, I know, right? That's why she's been deadpan me. Too bad they don't look down you even more for being an elf here, assuming the dialogue is different. True. They forgot the polygon smooth. Hi, Mont. What? Listen, I'm very busy right now. You don't look like the moneyed sort. Oh, I'm offended by that. So what business do you have at a bank? If you're a customer, just come out and say so. I'm very busy. I can't open dressing room right now. Asking about nearby rumors. What? I don't waste my time. Or I'll have you thrown out. I'm very important, you. Very, very rich. People like me don't have time to waste on useless gossip. If you're not here for business, then get out. Can I hire an assassin? What? Who are you? Why are you asking me that? Do you know where you are? This is a bank. A bank. We handle money. Wait. I see what's happening. You're one of those miscreants who thinks I'm fair game for your little pranks because I'm an imp. I'll have you know, I'm 4 or 5 times smarter than you, at least. If you're only here for mischief, then leave. Do you know about a lands with unusual powers? What kind of foolishness if you... If you need to know about weapons, go to a blacksmith, obviously. Why are you asking me? Or, wait, do you think this is a pawn shop? Then let me explain to you in small words you might understand. This is a bank. We don't buy and sell things here. Yes, you do. You buy stuff here. We store them in big, locked things called a vault. If you're not here for that, stop wasting my time. Are you deaf or are you foolish? Or do you ignore me out of spite? How many times do I have to say it? If you have no business, and leave. Do you know how many godforsaken ledgers scribed by fools I need to review today? You have already taken up too much of my time. Scram! The imp turns back to frantically scribbling and turning pages. Now, all that's left is to wait for the rumors to spread. It's time to go back to Mathis. Oh, is he up there? Yes, he is. Hope you all guys enjoyed that voice. I'm actually surprised I didn't flub that many times trying to... Oh no! There could be a redeem to have you read a text box in an imp voice. Okay.
Finally, someone other than me gets tormented.
That's gonna kill my voice. Yeah, I probably could do that. That could be funny. Do it, oh no, I was gonna redeem it. Like, use a helium filter. I don't have any of those sort of things. Matthias, ... It's you. Was wondering when you'd see me. You must be done spreading rumors then. Thanks. Has anything happened yet? No, all quiet. Maybe Lowry was wrong after all. It wouldn't be too shocking. We don't really know anything about this person for sure. We're making guess after guess about the motives, personality, the works. Lowry's some kind of genius. That's obvious to me, even if I don't see him too often. But without some real solid evidence to go off of, there's only so much that even someone like him can do. What have you been up to? The usual. Looking up to sea, drinking. Solid time testing techniques for drowning in my thoughts. ... Sighs. I've been thinking about family. Not something that's troubled me for a long time. The captain always said my family sold me for a scant handful of gold, and that's all I'd get if I ever went back to them, was a door shut in my face. Well, he was a liar, through and through. But I never had the choice other than to trust him. I don't remember it, and I don't remember it, and no one else was there. But sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I had ignored him back then and gone to search for them. I don't even know their names. But if I went to the Giant's Land and asked around, I'm sure I'd run into someone with an idea sooner or later. Have you ever been to Vales? ... No. I've never actually been there. I was too much of a coward. In the back of my mind, I always thought if the captain was telling the truth after all, then I'd really have nowhere to go. ... Sigh. Well, why is it that sometimes you can go for years, decades, without a thought surfacing, and then one day, without warning, it's all I can think about again? Matthias's distant eyes sharpened suddenly, as if he said something. We have visitors. Good timing. Well, I could use a warm-up. What's going on? Did you forget who we're waiting for? Well, they're here. It's a bit too busy around here this time of day, so we should go somewhere quiet. Follow me, I know just the place. You follow Matthias to a location where fewer people frequent. Shoot. No. I hate having to play as somebody with a lance. No. We're being watched. They'll attack me soon. You should go. I'll help. No reason to get your hands dirty. They're here for me, after all. It won't take long. Hey, we can use a lullaby and actually put them all to sleep. Then we get the advantage. We know we have lullaby. Won't take long. Just stay somewhere safe. Don't get in the way. Oh. Giant assassin this time. Alright. Oh gosh. Let's not be stuck against the wall, please. Oh, not that much. Actually, I should... all those plus these now. Okay. Oh. Why does he just randomly... Sorry. I'm being distracted by looking what's in his inventory. 20 large meats. Sir!
He likes his protein.
Showcase all those skills. He doesn't even have life skills or anything either. Okay, what does this one do? The guy went to deadly. That's pretty funny. I'm getting pretty sick of dealing with Arcana. Can I view this? I can't. Darn it! I didn't get to pull up his his character menu. Who among us doesn't have 20 large meats in it? I'm getting pretty sick of dealing with their kind. If you want something from me, just come right and say it without all the skulking around like you did. That's just a basic courtesy, don't you think? ... They're vipers, hiding in the shadows and striking when your guard's down. I wish I hadn't had as much practice dealing with them as I have. Well, I am well and truly sick of it. Come at me head on, or not at all. Oh, he's angry. It reminds me of that time. I was coming back to our camp late after finishing a solo mission. The sun had set hours ago, and it wasn't so late that everyone should be asleep. So I expected to hear the usual sounds of drunken carousing from the usual fools, but it was silent, dead silent. The camp had never been that quiet, as long as I could remember. Before I could see anything, I smelt it. The coppery scent of blood. Fresh blood. Oh. My comrades fell, every one of them, with barely a sign of a struggle. I tried to search the camp to piece together what had happened, who was responsible, but I barely started when I was attacked. It seems like a few of the snakes had stayed behind to tie up loose ends. I managed to throw them off, but by the time I turned around and traveled back to camp, all traces of the fight had been cleared away. I kept staring at the bearer, thinking, what if I'd stayed and fought? Would I have found something, or maybe at least I'd have fallen and I'd be at peace. And that's when I retired from mercenary work, when my corpse was destroyed. It wasn't some sense of conviction or a noble calling. I just didn't have a place in the mercenary corps anymore. I'm tired. I'm going to leave for the day. I'll see you. Someone who has enough power to destroy a whole mercenary corps, and someone with the resources to send assassins after Matthias. Are they connected, or are they the same person? Talk to Laurie about it. There's still more to this quest? Okay. This is a mighty long quest. Welcome, I've been expecting you. I must say, you were the perfect choice to spread our rumors. Not soon after you left, I heard rumblings that the famous Militian was out looking for someone. And now, can you guess what this letter is? Could it be a second letter from the same writer? Still unsigned, but the method was entirely the same. In fact, I suspect they went through the same steps as a sort of passcode to confirm for us that they're one and the same. What does it say? Well, it was addressed to me. I took the liberty of reading it over before you both got here. Matthias, once he arrived, agreed that it would be better to discuss the whole thing after you arrived, well. And she's here now, and you're still wasting breath. Since you're not starting with a name, I guess we still don't know that, but there must be something interesting in there. I was just about to get into that. If you'd like to give me a moment to explain. Our letter writer says that they've heard the rumors that the Arcana Association was looking for them. They wrote to ask us to stop to prevent rumors from spreading further. They said that they were given information about you, Matthias, and thought it seemed like an Arcana they carried out a private investigation into your powers. They wish to inform us of their findings, but to hold a position where being seen publicly cooperating with the Arcana Association would cause them some political problems, hence the secrecy. They said that their only intent was to contribute to the safety of the kingdom and requested that we cease investigating as said. You can take a look at it for yourself if you like, but that's the gist of it. And you believe this? Why? Well, it's plausible. With the continual tension between supporters of the Queen and the Pontiff's court, it's easy to see how supporting the association could cause trouble. I know firsthand that the political situation among high-ranked nobles is frequently tenuous. Something like this may seem a small thing for us, but it could easily deal a deadly blow to the letter writer's position. But we still got nothing on this person except that they're a noble. That's what you're saying. Well, no, the contents of the letter actually narrow the possibilities down to a fairly short list, and I have a guess I feel relatively confident about. And you're not going to say it for some reason? If we're to take this letter as fact, and it doesn't seem outlandish to me that we might, it means the letter writer's intention was much different from what we feared it might be. I don't believe you were under threat from them or the Arcana Association, or that the Arcana Association is. That was a tongue twister. While I believe we were right to be wary of their secrecy, I'm ready to put my fears at least to rest. And Matthias, you wish to know if this person had a connection to your past, or to the mercenary corps you were a part of. None of the people on my shortlist could fall into either category. And you may have guessed this, but this means that the letter writer is a high-ranking official in this kingdom, and indeed has been for some time. This doesn't guarantee good intentions, of course, but that does mean that bearing direct threat to the association or its members, it may be a political problem for me to reveal their identity to you. Ah, the noble of Aliak. ... Well, that's fine. It's like you said, no noble got anything to do with me. I don't particularly want to have anything to do with them. It's not like they could be a giant. Matthias, I was just trying to explain the position this puts me in. If you aren't satisfied, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't stop you from continuing to look. Nah, as long as I've got more to go on than on my wild imagination, it's fine. I just didn't want to keep playing that particular guessing game. Matthias, is that it? I'll be going then. I know you were contractually obligated, but still, thanks for your help. I hope I can repay you someday. Matthias, having clearly said all he cares to, quickly leaves. Lowry holds his peace until he's gone. Well, that's that, I suppose. I meant what I said in my position. I can't exactly do much else, but it does sit quite right with me. I half expected that Matthias would tender his resignation, since I couldn't fulfill the terms of our contract. Is it self-centered of me to say I'm glad for the association that he didn't? No, of course not. Thank you, WoW. I hope I'm not taking advantage of your kindness. Oh, you haven't. I'm sorry to ask you for another favor, but do you think you could go visit Matthias? I think he'll feel better if you were with him. And I'm quite sure I would only make things worse, so I appreciate it. You didn't even manage to tell him that assassins showed up, much less how badly it all turned out. Is this really all unrelated to the letter writer? You may need to talk this over with Matthias. My gosh! Back to Belfast. Wait. I can do this now. Location. Gate. You have... I'm a silent protagonist. It's not like I have a say. Yeah, that's always the fun with Mabby, is they do most, I would say, like, since chapter, the last chapter 6. Wait, no, chapter 7. Words. Chapter 6 and 7, we started getting a lot more personality for our character. We got options of, like, how to respond. So, like, you can be, like, the super supportive, the quippy, the sarcastic, the silent. And I quite enjoy those dialogue options, even if they don't really lead to anywhere else, but that kind of lets us roleplay our character, how we see, how we kind of want to view them. Obviously, it's not perfect. There's no way for the writers and localization teams to nail every single type of little persona out there, but it's enough of a range that we can have fun. Like writing those letters in G26, yes. My gosh, those were horribly funny. When the game lets you reasonably crash out and get angry at times, yeah. Oh no. Okay, noted. Matthias! ... Oh, wasn't expecting to see you. Now that you're not under contract, about the assassins. Oh, no need to tell Lowry about the assassins at this point. After all, his reasons for wanting to find them weren't mine. He only wanted to know if they posed a threat to the association. And now he knows, so there's no need to tell him anymore. Are you going to be okay? Why wouldn't I be? And I'll only say this to you, but I got what I wanted. A noble of Alia Kingdom. To keep his position, he no doubt have done quite a bit over the years. Not saying I believe that it was all for the kingdom and not for himself, but At least I get why now. What will you do now? ... I don't know. Now that I know the sort he is, I can just forget about him, move on with my life, or I could have some lingering questions answered. ... But what would that do any good at this point? My corpse, they're all dead already. There's no changing that. Huh. I need more time to think. I know that you travel this way, but I think I'd like to be alone. Matthews clearly had a lot on his mind. You should give him some space for now. Oh! Okay then. I wasn't expecting this. Old Noble. It's far too late for guests, but I'll forgive the rudeness this once. Come back after the sun has risen at least. Unidentified man. Don't worry, it won't be long. I just have one question. Why did you do all this? What was the point? There's nothing worse than someone who just wants to know. The letter wasn't enough to satisfy? Well, if it's what it takes to get you out of my drawing room, then fine. I'll answer. Since you were proving frustratingly tenacious, I thought perhaps I might borrow a bit of crown authority to finally get the job done. You know too much. You know too much, and I never leave a loose end. But I admit, I underestimated the ambition of the head of the association. To be so blinded by Arcana talent that you let someone so dangerous into the Royal Association. Just, the Queen ought to be more discerning in who she trusts. Why did you have my corpse killed? I remember all the jobs you gave us. We did them all, down to the dirtiest. Did you just decide it wasn't worth it when it came time to settle up? Everyone went into ads, Badger. Well, I'm going to keep reading. I'm in the middle of this. I remember all the jobs you gave it. Okay, settle up. Okay. Typical sellsword. All you can think about is money. The gold I promised your little band is pocket change. No, my concerns is much more noble. I can't imagine you'd understand. Everything I do for the good of the Alia Kingdom, even for the likes of the lowliest, most ungrateful peasant, like you. You and your fellows were useful for a while, but I'm afraid you'd seen too much. Only a fool keeps using a tool once it's damaged. That's how you get hurt. And your captain, especially, had a problem with his loose lips. It was quite unfortunate. If he just kept his mouth shut, I might have been able to keep you around for a few more years. ... Now that I think about it, I have a question for you. Aren't you a giant? It's not like you were young back then. How are you still alive? Oh, right! Oh. Wait. Shit. I just realized something. Giants supposed... Giants are only supposed to, like, live for a few... not very long. It's not like you were young back then. How are you still alive? The lifespan of a giant is... That's the reason? The reason you had each and every person in the corpse killed? Because you didn't like the captain? Hell, plenty of us didn't like him either. You could have just gotten rid of him and let the rest of us be. We wouldn't have been out for vengeance. When the floor is dirty, Do you have your servants scrub only the dirty tiles? No, you have the whole thing clean. So why should I pick and choose which sellsword scum lives and which die? Better wipe the whole thing clean at once. That type's no good without orders anyway. What would they even do with their lives without a captain? Why, you can't tell me you didn't have trouble with them. Young, powerful, and talented as you were, you must have had jealousy come at you from all sides. Shouldn't you be thanking me for ridding you of that? Or, don't tell me you are actually fond of that rubbish. Rubbish. I can't honestly say you're wrong. But still, that rubbish, as you call them, they were my only family. Pulling out the guns! Jeez! Alright. Oh wow, hello. Could you give me a moment? I just need to finish checking this before I lose my place. As you wait, Larry flips through a stack of tall papers, makes notes, and places a form on a stack to one side. You look busy. Not to worry. I'm just about done with everything time sensitive. I'm just doing a last review to make sure I don't submit anything containing errors. I'll be with you shortly. Larry smiles. Sure enough, in a matter of moments, he finished off a shockingly pile of paperwork. Thanks for waiting. A few unexpected things came up, so it's been a rather hectic last few days. What's going on? Oh, I suppose you haven't heard. A few days ago, a high-ranking official retired unexpectedly due to an illness. I'm none too surprised, to tell the truth. Word is he retired years ago from his original position, but he's been talked into staying in an advisory role, an auditor of sorts. He's not someone I work with directly, but I often have cause to send documents to him for review. And of course, now that he retired overnight, and the new person is filling in his shoes, a flood of new requests have come in to all of the associations. Retired? Yes, apparently. He's been troubled by illness for some time, but it worsened to the point that he can no longer handle the work. This is a strange coincidence, actually. I had given him a list of possible senders of Matthias' letter. But being so ill clears him of that suspicion nicely, doesn't it? ... In any case, you've got good timing. I was planning on taking a break soon. Would you like to join me for tea? You as well, Matthias. Would you like some? I'm fine without any bitter leaf water, thanks you. But you two have fun. That's a shame. I find the fragrance quite revigorating. Well, at least you'll have some, won't you, Well? You chat with Larry over a cup of bright floral tea. Between the sweet scent and the relaxing talk, all your fatigue melts away. I still don't understand the idea of putting leaves in your drinks. I'd rather just have... Sir? I'd rather just have water, or better yet, good booze. Were your questions answered? You really want to know? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I knew before exactly what my questions were. Do you know now? I think so. Before, I had a vague idea that it was all connected somehow to what happened. Don't get me wrong, I definitely wasn't looking for revenge. I thought I just needed to know what it was. I just needed to know what it was for, and why they had died. But now, I think that wasn't the answer I was looking for. After I was free of the corpse, I thought that was it. That I wouldn't let anything or anyone else tie me down like that. But as times passed, I had the strangest feeling. Like something was pulling at me just out of sight. Something I lost or forgotten. That was what I really wanted, to know what that feeling was. Since I couldn't figure out what it was, it kept nagging me. What was that feeling? It's hard to explain. I think it's called... I think it's... I call it loneliness. I think all along, I thought that pack of fools was my family. After everything, just knowing that is a relief. I'm telling this because it helped me out quite a bit. I can trust you not to share this with anyone else, can't I? Matthews turns away, gaze at a spot on the wallpaper, expression melancholy yet relieved. Oh, poor guy. Okay. And yes, rest in peace, Badger. Apparently you died. Though, they did point out something. Apparently... Okay, so the one guy's mother is probably long dead. But they mentioned, like, Badger had a kid. The mercenary Badger had a kid. So it's like, is the kid still alive? Is that, like, something they're going to refer on? Well, no, the Merc Captain, all of them died, so just, yeah, true, that's true. I already have her recruited. She's over here. I will play back her first quest as well here as soon as I finish up the first one. I have one more quest with Explosive Vanguard. Is she? I remember in Korea there was like the massive wall of text that went all the way to the top of your screen. Sort of big. Midens! Hello! Lance Elf Poggers. Alright. Promising candidates. Explosive Vanguard 4. Or the third Link quest, technically. It would be the fourth final quest. Yes. Oh, we don't talk to him first. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Oh my gosh. How many quests are there? Parts of this quest are there? Quite a few. Hello! And no worries, I do stream on odd days, so it's okay if folks miss this and forget. Oh right, I'm not subscribed here. Alrighty. A beast's farewell. Oh, hello. I know I asked you to come, but I didn't expect you so soon. Weren't you in the middle of anything? I'm not complaining. Meeting you was the biggest benefit of joining the association by far. You're very dependable. I haven't known many people who come running over whenever they hear that I need help. What do you need? I am the player of an MMO. We always come running whenever there's a quest. Ha, right to business. Well, I guess I don't have anything to hide from you at this point. My fellows from the Mercenary Corps, do you remember? I was close with a pair of them, Badger and Boar. I'm thinking about visiting their hometowns. Did I just accidentally call what was about to happen? Are we going? I. Okay. This is the problem with being a lore geek and like avid storyteller person. Accidentally predicting what's about to happen. My bad. I think I'm visiting their hometowns. I've done it once before long ago. I held out some hope that one of them had survived somehow. That was a daydream, of course, but I found their families. I wanted to talk to them back then, but I couldn't. What was I supposed to say when their loved ones had died and I had somehow survived? And I was a bit afraid that if I approached them, it'd paint me as a target on their it would paint a target on their backs. But now that I put the past to bed, in more ways than one, I think it might be different. So, do I need to spell out for you? I was hoping you'd come with me when I go. People are naturally wary of strangers, and I know I can seem imposing, but almost everyone knows who you are, and I think your presence could soothe things over. So, what do you say? Can I ask for your time? Accept. Let's do this. Like I said, you're dependable. Thank you. Spoiler, fickle, generous, savvy. It won't take too long, but I should mention this to Larry so he knows where to find us. Let's make a quick stop at the Arcana room first. Oh, they're teleporting us there. Cool. Lowry, hi. Oh, I don't usually see you two together outside of official Arcana business. What brings you here? I'd like to borrow WoW for a bit. Won't be long. What do you mean, WoW? Did you know about this? Of course, I wouldn't be wasting my time here if they hadn't already agreed. Right, just unexpected. Is this association work or... No, not at all. It's just personal travel. I asked Well to come with. Since we both be gone for a while, I thought we should let you know. Oh, of course. Well, I appreciate the warning. Do you mind if I ask where you're going? Oh, here and there. Might drop in on the hometown of a few friends. Meet some people, and maybe help out a bit, things like that. I see. What's with the face? You look like I hit you over the head or something. It's nothing. Just that I've never seen you mention your past without making a face that, like you've been bitten into something sour. Huh. Maybe. Okay. Go on, I need to turn this back on. Not that. Wrong image. Hi everyone. Still am I getting the flashback? There we go. Portrait. I forgot I had that image on my file. Okay, moving on. Maybe. Oh my! It truly sounds like an uplifting trip. Oh wait, this is Ilar. Oh my, it truly sounds like an uplifting trip. Oh god, can I keep that voice up? I'm not Lumi savvy. May I join you too? And any opportunity to meet new people and serve the community is one I'll gladly take.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm going to say no on that. Oh, we're not going to pass out cookies and preach. Oh, it's not that. I just wanted to come swiftly. Oh, it's not that I want to come swiftly for that. It's just, there's nowhere I wouldn't go if it meant possibly to help someone show compassion, as Limerick encourages us to do. Okay, I cannot do that voice forever on her. Oh my goodness. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Why don't the three of you go together? Excuse me? I know you've gotten used to bossing me around, but this is personal. It's just a suggestion, Matthias. But think about it like this. If you're going to visit your old comrades, don't you want to show them how your life has changed since then? I believe you make a much more convincing case if you had a few colleagues from the association there with you. Besides, Ilar has always longed for more opportunities to make a positive difference in the world. Surely you wouldn't squash such an earnest appeal, would you? Oh, Larry, you really understand me. That came out so bad. You're told you can't proceed until you have unlocked Ilar's quest. Your hair just got 10 levels of blonde! I'll be praying that Limerick reduces the amount of paperwork you have to deal with by at least 20%. Thank you, but you needn't do anything. It's part of my duties to consider the needs and growth of each member of the association. Anyways, take care of your journey, all of you. Bold, all of you. Thank you. I'll be sure to bring back a souvenir. Well, hell, if you're so desperate to follow us around, I'm not going to bother stopping ya. Let's move out. Together with the exuberant Ilar and the put-upon Matthias, you make for Port Cove, the home of one of Matthias's old comrades. Yeah, he looks so, oh no. Oh, wait, she's still alive? Okay. Well, okay. Time frame wise, I probably, okay, never mind. Visitors? That will come all this way. I'm an old friend of your son. He told me where you lived long ago. Oh, my son? You said you know him? Where is he? He hasn't come back in so long, not since the day he told me he was going out to seek his fortune. It's my fault, though. I was always telling him not to eat so much. I couldn't even feed my son well. I didn't even have enough for that. Ma'am? Wherever your son now, I'm sure Limerick is smiling upon him, so please be strong. I'm afraid I don't know where he is. He helped me out a long time ago, so I came here today in hopes of paying him back. I don't want to embarrass you, but you raised a good man. And I know he'd hate it if he knew the conditions you were living in. So as his friend, I'd like to help however I can. The music is not changing for this version. No need to be worried about me, dear. I'm fine. I'm happy just knowing my son had such good friends. This house is old. I'll see if there's anything I can do to fix it up for you. In that case, I'll cook something! Oh no. Wait. This is not good, right? Everyone could use a good, healthy meal prepared for them. It'll give me a chance to show off my skills. Wow. Why don't you get some firewood? It's chilly out. A warm fire would do good. Here, borrow my gathering axe if you need it. Get, let's say, 10 pieces now and give them to Ilar. I'll be looking around to see if there's anything to repair. You get the gathering axe from Matthias. Gather 10 pieces of firewood and give them to Ilar. Do I have to actually... Asking a hoarder to get stuff that I already have hoarded. I'm good. Looking forward to the quest where you'll learn who want to team up for nutrition so— oh no. I hope this is not another starving situation. That's what I'm worried about. We're about to find out. Oh, that was quick. Thank you so much. Oh, what happened to the food? Oh, dear. I did the best I could, but Matthew stopped me from giving it to his friend's mother. He said it was too nutritious for an elderly person. Something about dietary fiber? Anyway, he told me to keep it. I suppose that makes sense. I made sure to add lots of healthy ingredients that help keep the body strong, but perhaps as people age, their stomachs do better with less ambitious meals. Oh no! I just realized what this was. It's a shame, though. I really put a lot of effort into it. Now you've got me curious. Oh my! Could it be you want to try my special recipe?
Absurd.
Well, I hate to see it go to waste. Please take it. Think of it as a little gift from me. Ilar hands the meal she toiled over to you. Seeming delighted that you're interested. You deliver the firewood now, so go see Matthew. See how Matthews is doing. Do I actually get the item? Oh! Wait! Oh! Oh no. Ilar's nutritious dish. It is purple. Ilar's home cooking, packed with the most nutritious food available. It looks a bit odd, but the smell's not bad. Matthew seems to think it could be dangerous, though. Should you eat it?
Why is it purple?
I'm really curious to see if there is a cutscene with this. That's just us, like, dying. Try gifting it to her first. Do you still have yours? Okay. I'm going to try giving to her. Do you want to give... Items cannot be reclaimed. You cannot give... This item cannot be gifted to someone else. Okay, there you go. Okay. That answers that. Matthias! Ma'am, I fixed what I could, but all I could manage was a stopgap. Please make sure you call a professional soon. No, you did fine, dear. Besides, I need to save my money for the feast I'm going to make when my son comes home. This isn't much, but please take this. Your son helped me a lot, as I said. No, please, it's fine. I have enough money to feed my son, and that's all I need. I'm sure, but wouldn't a warm, sturdy house be more welcoming to him when he gets home? You can understand wanting to pay my debts, can't you? Well, if you insist. I suppose I could take it. Thank you. To think my son was friends with such an upstanding gentleman. I'll make sure to tell him you were by when he comes home. Ugh, my back. I think it's time for me to go sit down. But visit again if you like. You're always welcome. Oh, thank you! And thank you for the follow, Kafichi. And yes, I'm staying hydrated. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for your help. Lowry is right. It went better because you were there. That was strange. A lot of the things she said, the way she said them, I could hear echoes of Boar. Never really would have thought I could do anything but watch from afar. But we're done here. Let's move on. You and Elar follow Matthews to the next village. And we are teleported to the next village. I didn't look. I should have. I didn't move from where I was. I was just, let's do this. And oh. So, okay, we're here. His house is Badger. Badger's house is in Bangor.
Lol.
Oh, and they're both here. Okay. What is it now? Who are you? I'm an old friend of your husband. Could I talk? Let me stop you right there. My husband didn't leave me anything. Not a cent. Go away. Find someone else to scam. Look around. You think I'd live like this if I had anything worth stealing? Maybe you know him once. Maybe he fed you one of his stories about how he was was on the verge of making it big, but he hasn't been back here in years. So even if he miraculously did make it happen, I wouldn't have any of it. You're wasting your time and mine. Leave. That's not why I am here. I owe your husband a favor. I wanted to repay it as best I can. I lost my chance to do anything for him, so I wanted to do something for his family. Huh. I haven't heard that one before. What's your angle? Why should I trust you? He told me stories about you and about his kid. He said things were hard for you, since you met too young. He always dreamed of making enough to open his own blacksmith shop, and living comfortably with you. He always felt bad that he never got a chance to propose the way he wanted, a nice ring with a purple gem. He said purple was his wife's favorite color. ... Hey, I have a purple dish here now! No, I wouldn't do that. ... It can't be. Where did you learn that? He left us long ago and didn't come back. We were just a burden to him. A burden he left behind at his first opportunity, so why should I believe you? Ma'am? Mom, why are you crying again? Can you play with me instead? I'm bored. Well, can you take care of the child for a little while? I need to talk with his mother. It seems they're going to have a difficult conversation. Take the child with you so they can have some space. Oh gosh, no, I have to do children duty. Alright, one second. Taking out from the bow and arrow. So I'm not intimidating. List of babysitting services. Yep. Badger's child. She's always crying, so we can't play. And she's always angry, but then she gets mad at me when I get angry at her. It's not fair. Whatever. Do you know any stories? Good ones, not boring ones. Oh no. I want to hear stories about something cool and magical. A story about the goddess. A story about dragons. A story about paradise. Hey, Soul, are we able to ask all of these? Wait, you haven't done this yet, have you? Wait, I guess you did. Try paradise first. Oh, okay, so we do get to inquire them all. A story about paradise. Is paradise lies? Mom says it is. So I can't meet Dad even if I go there? I read in a book that said that I can have whatever I want there. I want to meet Dad. Oof. I want to hear about something cool and magical. Alright, I'm going to say dragons next. A story about dragons. Whoa, a dragon? Cool! Have you seen one? How big is it? Is it as big as the old guy you came with? Or as big as the watermill? Or the whole town? Whole town. Easily. Whole town. I want to hear something cool. Magical. Okay, the story about the goddess. A goddess? No, that's boring. Mom said the gods are all fakes. Is a goddess different from a god? I'm hungry. Can we go home? It's been a while. Let's take the child back. I was kind of hoping those stories would have been like our adventures. It's like, how about this? I'll tell you this story, and as we quote unquote tell it, it's basically like what we experienced in like a previous generation, and us going, oh, I know this story, and the kid goes, that's so cool. The hero's awesome. Yeah, I know. Thank you. All right, let's get back to talking to his family. Trying to zoom in and see their faces real quick. Yeah, I don't think the child has the attention span for it. Badger's wife. Thank you for looking after my son. I'm glad to know what happened to my husband, finally. Yes, I finally understand, and I don't have to carry around all the anger anymore. In a way, I feel better. Oh, my dear. Bam, please let me give this to you. It's not much, but I'm in his debt, and since I can't pay him back, I'd like you to have it. I know he'd want me to help you. ... Why don't you take it for the child? I can vouch for him. You don't have to worry about where this money comes from. And raising a child is expensive. I'm sure this would help some, wouldn't it? Alright. After all the hardships we've been through, I suppose, I might as well.
Whoa! Holy cow.
What? Oh. You can tell Badger's child is really his child. His difficulty of pronouncing Gaelic names.
I cannot believe you just went there.
That is brilliant.
Oh, God.
Alright, after all our ships, I suppose, might as well. I'll use it for my child, the child my husband left me. Like you said. Mom, are you crying again? I'm hungry. No, I'm not. Let's go get you a snack, huh? Thank you for coming here and telling me what happened. Have a safe journey. Alright, Mathis. I never thought I'd have to deliver that news myself. Should I have said what I did? This is just my perspective. But I think it's better to grapple with loss than to deny it. She just needs time to come to terms with everything. Think about it. If you hadn't told her, she might have carried that anger and hatred for the rest of her life. Now she'll be able to let it go and live with love in her heart instead, cherishing the hopes of seeing him again someday. You may have brought a storm cloud today, but the sun will shine all the brighter after it's passed. ... Thanks. That does actually make me feel better. Is there anywhere else to go? Just one more stop. ... I want to visit Vales. Oh! Vales? The village of the giants, isn't it? Were some of your comrades from there? No, Vales is where I'm from. Oh, I see! Even though my eyes are closed. Oh, I see! I'm excited to meet your family. Let's go! And she's clearly bad. I don't know if I have any family. All I know is the captain told me he bought me there, but I can't really trust anything he said. Matthias, that's fine. We might learn something, and you'll definitely never know if you don't try. Who knows? Maybe you have siblings. Ooh, or a cute little niece and nephews. I doubt it. Look at his eyes are just wide like, oh no. But you are right. I won't know unless I go there. Will you come with me? I don't think I'll be able to face it on my own. Oh, of course. We've come this far. Haven't we? So we'll stay with you until the end. Right, Well? Thank you. Let's go. You travel to Vales with Eolar and fidgety Matthias. I'm so glad they're teleporting us into the middle of Vales. Oh, never mind. Not into the middle of Vales. Outside of the house. Sorry. Crap. This is, Shadowrun music. Music in Vales! What a shock! To think I'm here on my own free will. Today has been a day of unimaginable firsts. I've never been able to make myself come here, not since the day the captain told me this was where I was from. Maybe I was afraid it'd make it more real that my parents had abandoned me. But that's long ago. I don't even know if they're still alive. So there's no reason to hesitate. I'll just go and ask around, see if anyone knows anything about my family. Oh. Matthias takes a step or two from the border of Vales, stops short. Oh no. It's the Partholonian Prince? Okay. Yeah. It's still tense music. He looks back and forth from you to the town in front of him. His feet seem rooted to the ground. Matthias. Dots. Sorry, I guess it's not time yet. It's alright, Matthias. Sorry, after I dragged you all the way here. I should go. You can stay or go, whichever you rather. Matthias hurries away without a backwards glance, shoulders hunched. Oh no, we're at the end! It seemed as though Matthias was about to cry. There are probably still many things he's kept pent up in his heart, afraid of letting them out. I can understand that feeling. I feel the same for a long time. I hope you'll look after Matthias, wow, and tell him there's nothing he needs to apologize to us for. Today, I'm going to lift Matthias up in prayer, in hopes that love and peace of Limerick will fill his heart. I enjoy having the opportunity to spend time with you and Matthias, well, I hope we can have another outing like this sometime. Parting ways with Eolar as she heads to Pontiff Course to pray. You make your way towards Belfast to meet up with Matthias. Oh, it's teleported me. Hey, thank you for the easy teleports. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Sorry again for dragging you around. And for what happened back there. I'm not brave enough. ... So, I'm sorry, and now that you're here, I think I need a moment. Oh, reconnect. I think. We're back. Hello. Stream is back again. Okay. This has probably made so many, like, pieces of footage instead of one long piece. Oh well. Anyway, hey, we're back. We missed nothing because I paused right when it disconnected, so we're all good. Matthias gazes out at the ocean. It's a familiar sight by now. But this time, it's a bit different, because you finally understand. All this time, what he's really been looking for is a place to call home. somewhere out across the sea.
Oof.
And all of Explosive Vanguard's complete. Also, I need to pull something up real quick, because I was surprised when I saw it. Where is it? Is it here? Skill. It's in the skill category, probably. It's not. Is it savvy? Aha! Yeah. I got the achievement for it. I was really surprised to see I got the achievement for something I technically can't get. So, cool. Because I can't do the night restricted stuff. But huzzah! We have finished the very first of the Arcana quests. And let me turn off that NPC portrait thing. So, this is where we find him when he is not in the Arcana room. Fun.